morning, everyone. My name is Joyce. I'm fairly new here. I'm going to do a full body workout today in an hour. And I am using 2 cans, vegetable cans or soup cans, and they're about a pound each. If you have weights at home, you might want to use those instead. Now I'm going to put these down to keep my head up above my heart while I put them on the floor. And we'll just go through a nice little warm up. Let's take a deep breath first. Inhaling without lifting our shoulders, exhale through the mouth. One more, and exhale. Let's just start moving. I'm going to do seated and standing. So we're going to step out. Use the arms also, stepping the feet out or standing. It's just a step tap right now, warming up. And then we're going to add in a little more arms, your choice if you want to. Again, you can stay in the chair. Do what works for you this morning. Let's do 2 more sets here. Excuse me. And then we're just going to add a march. This march, get your knees up as high as you can where it's comfortable, especially for your lower back. Let's pull the abs in, work the core a little bit, engage the core a little bit. And if you want to add a little bounce to it, I'm just barely lifting my heels. I don't jump. My knees do not like that. And then we're going to step back out. I'm going to give you the version in the chair again. I'm not using music. You can use music at home if you would like to. Let's open the arms a little bit more, get more movement. And 2 more sets. And then we're going to march and lift the arms. You can do the standing, same movement, marching and moving the arms. Breathe, don't hold your breath. Feels good to move this morning. I've been trying to work out a lot and move a lot at home. And then 1 more like this. And then we're going to step out again. Stand if you want to. It's a light tap. Two more sets. 1 and 2. We're going to take the arms and we're going to punch out. Keep the hands high if you want to, or you can reach out a little bit more. Keep the shoulder in, not reaching out with the shoulder, just the arms, and you can do the same thing standing. Nice deep breaths. Try not to hold the breath. Sit back down. And then we're going to march again. Move the arms, runner's arms this time if you can, and breathe. Just going to do about 5 minutes of a warm up. Get the body nice and warm, get the heart rate up just a little bit before we start lifting some weights. And then we're going to tap out, take the arms from side to side. Standing, you'll tap the toes or the heels. Out and draw in. Do 2 more sets. Last one. And then we're going to take the arms down, lift the shoulders, and take them down. Lift up, and we're still moving the feet, moving the legs. And then let's fan the arms again and step and tap. You can keep the arms low if you want. Try to keep them up if you can. Warming up the shoulders a lot for me this morning. I'm tight in my shoulders. And then march again. Check in with yourself, see how you're feeling. Try to challenge yourself this morning. Maybe a little bit more weight. Since we are using light weights, we'll kind of do some more reps. And then let's roll the shoulders up. Take a deep breath and exhale. The body should be nice and warm. Gonna reach for the weights. Try not to drop your head too low. And we're taking 1 in each hand. Let's walk the feet out using the ankles. Knees and toes facing in the same direction. We're going to drop the arms. Going to lift halfway, all the way up, and come down slow. Halfway, all the way, and release. So we're working the biceps right now, halfway, all the way up, and all the way down. Then we'll go into the opposing muscle groups. Halfway, all the way, and down. Let's do 2 more. I'm tapping my feet. You can, you don't have to. And then we're going all the way up and down. Up and down. Squeeze whatever you're using, your weight or the can. Kind of press your hands into it, trying to make this a little bit heavier. Trying to make the lightweight heavier. Keeping our shoulders down as we're moving. And 2 more. Take all the way down. Going to come halfway and stay here. We're reaching out and back. Out and back. The further we get away from the body with this weight, the more challenging, the more difficult it may be. Reaching out and back. And 2 more. Pretty active. We're going to keep moving here. We're going to walk our feet in and take the elbows in. Dropping the weights all the way down and up. Let's go. Doing 8 sets. 8 reps rather. It's 3, 4 more. We're halfway here. Sure you're breathing. I'm going to take them down, halfway, all the way and down. Halfway, up and down. A little arm work to start off with. And we'll move down into the legs and the core. Number 1 request I get is ab work. We all want to work the belly area. Halfway up and down. Halfway up and down. 1 more. And then we're coming forward up and down. Not going all the way down, halfway. Moving a little bit faster because our weights are so light, but we still don't want to sling our weight, want to control them, keeping the shoulders down and focusing on this bicep muscle group right here. 2 more, up and down, up and down. Then we're going to drop the weight for just a moment, a little bit of a stretch, and take a nice deep breath. The shoulders down as we're inhaling. Now we're going to work the opposing muscle group, this tricep muscle group, turning sideways in the chair. You can always do this standing. I'm going to put down one of my weights and take the other weight in my opposite hand. This will be your left hand. Looking down at your right, about the toes on your foot, and we're leaning forward just slightly. Stretching the arm out, and we're lifting up and down. Elbow is not bending here, but it is nice and soft. Up and down. Try to squeeze the tricep muscle as you're lifting up. And 2 more. 2. Working the same muscle group, but we're going to take your weight right at the hip. The elbow is not reaching out, it's in. And the movement is in the elbow. We're reaching out and back. Keep the elbow up, and we are stopping at the hip, staying focused on the tricep muscle. I'm feeling it, even though this weight is light, I'm starting to feel it. 2 more. And then we're going to just let the arm hang down. Going to draw back and kick back. Bring it in, press it down, draw it up and back. Keep moving. Challenge yourself. The muscle group may be getting a little tired, and that's okay. We're wanting to work till we fatigue the muscle group, but not until we're exhausted. Press it down, draw it up. It's 3 separate movements. A little bit in the shoulder also. Down, up. This is our last one. Still working the same muscle group. We're going to drop this weight, soft bend in the elbow, and we're going to reach up. That's your first example. If you're not feeling this in your lower back, you can follow with your head. I have a lot of lower back issues, so I'm not going to follow with my head, but lift. Again, purpose in lifting so that making the weight a little bit heavier than it is. Up and down, up and down. A little bit into the shoulder and the chest. And 2 more. And then we're sitting up. Take your time turning around, just facing the other direction. Plant your feet. You can do this standing also, but you're still looking down towards the toe of your left foot to keep our neck in alignment. Starting back behind, the arm is straight, and we're lifting up and down. No higher than the shoulder. Squeeze this tricep muscle back behind the upper arm. Squeeze it. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then bend the elbow. We're starting at the hip and stopping at the hip. Hard to get that out. 8. Kick it back. Keep squeezing the muscle, the back of the upper arm. That's another area I always get requests for. We don't like that area in our arms. And 2 more. 2. Then we're going to drop the weight. Draw it up. Kick it back. Bring it in and down. Up, back, in, and down. Squeeze your weight. And sometimes your last 2 fingers, if you're squeezing that more into the weight, you might feel it a little bit more, you might not. Up, back, down. Up, back, in, and down. Up. Find your rhythm. 2 more. Now, I may lose count sometimes. We may do a little bit more than 8, and that is fine. Let the arm hang for just a second. Again, you can do this seated, and we're going out. Same thing standing. Out, soften in the elbows, squeeze your weight. We have these lat muscles in the back. You're drawing the shoulders back and down so that you'll feel it more up and down. No higher than your shoulder, or your option is to stay lower. Depends on what you're feeling this morning. And 2 more. Arm hang. Turning back around. Going to do a little more in our tricep. Starting in your right hand. If you can go overhead with your weight, this may be difficult for you with your shoulder or your neck because we're going here. If that bothers you, you can go back and forth here. So keep the elbow in so it's not bowing out, and lift up and down. Movement. You can hold here, keeping your arm steady if you want to. So press up and down. See if you can touch the back of your shoulder while you're keeping the elbow in. 2 more. And then bring this arm down, going over to the other side. Elbow is in, lifting up and down, or back and forth here. Remember, that's a great option, especially if you have rotator cuff issues. Or up and down. 2 more, and down. We're going to bring it down. Relax the shoulders, let them fall down. Going to move into the legs for a little while. Then we'll go back to the shoulders and the chest. You can use both of your weights on your leg. Excuse me. And the closer the weight is to your knee, the harder it will be. So you may have to move back here. Sitting up straight, shoulders over our hips. Going to pick your right foot up, take it out, and set it down. We're still facing our hips forward. and pull the abs in. Keep the abs in nice and tight, up, out, and down. Good for our hips here, and we're also using weights on the leg. Up, out, and in. Up, out, tap down, lift it up, back, and down. 2 more. Feeling this in my hip, even though I don't have much weight, still moving this hip. Excuse me a moment, let me get some water. So you may want to stop and have a little bit of water. We're 15 minutes into this. A nice sip of water is a good idea. At least 3 sips of water in an hour, and that's not very much for us. So we're staying on your right leg. Flex your foot, your toes are up, and we're lifting up and down, up and down. We're not folding forward, focusing on this leg, keeping the toe up, making it a little bit more difficult with the toe up. Up and down, up and down. And one more. Staying on this same leg, going to bicycle. Picking the weight up, moving in the knee. Feel it in this quadricep muscle. I'm feeling it. Even with this light weight. Ooh, I'm getting a little fatigue in this muscle here. Challenge yourself. Never going to the point of pain. Stop if you need to. One more. Bring that leg down. We're going to change legs. Going to start. Foot is relaxed, but it's still flexed. Toes are not down. Lift up. Take it out to the side. Place the leg down. Lift up. Let's add the breath. Inhale. We're exhaling through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. It really feels good to move. I've been staying busy at home, painting walls, but I haven't been doing a lot of specific movement like this. Shame on me. One more. And then the foot comes back down. Lift up the toes, so we're flexing the foot and we're lifting up and down. Up and down. Keep the toes lifted. Tap the heel down. That's 4. We have 4 more, halfway there. And I'm feeling it in this quadricep muscle. I hope you are. Then we're lifting the leg and we're bicycling. Trying not to tap down. Your option here is to slide the foot back and forth. I should have given you that option on the other side. And one more. So, let's take the right leg over to the side. I need to stretch right through this quadricep. You may need that stretch also. Leaning back and pressing through this hip. It's just a light stretch in between. And take a breath. Just lean the body forward. Slide the foot in and stretch the other leg. So the quadricep muscle here, this is where I was really feeling it. You may or may not felt that today. And then we're going to lean the body forward and bring the foot in. Let's move into some shoulder work. We always have options, especially if we have any shoulder injuries here. You might want to take an option. Also, I don't do well with weight way over my head, but we're not going up there yet. So we're here, or you can drop your elbows down. We're coming in. So squeeze the chest here. Muscles in the chest, we're squeezing. So 8, open back up, 7, 5, 4, and we have 3 more. Squeeze, 2, and 1. Going to come in, out, and lift up. Bring it down. Your option here, as we're coming out, you can lift one arm, alternate back and forth. Again, keeping the elbows up, or both arms. If these were heavy weights, I would not go that far over my head because I have issues with my neck. But lighter weights, I'm fine here. Squeeze the chest out and up. Out and up. One more. And up. Stay here. Stay here. And then bring it down. So a little bit more, just some shoulder work. So we're going to take the weights about here and then take them out, and we're drawing circles here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, and 1. And then same thing, change our direction. 4, 3, 2, 1, and back out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, circle in. 3, 4, 5, 7, one more, 8. So let's relax the shoulders for just a minute. Let the arms drop down, and we're just going to take your weight, your can, whatever you're using, and point it down and up. Little movement, forearms and our wrist. Can't forget the wrist. And then relax down for a moment. Let's take a nice deep breath in. We're going to set these down for a moment. Again, keep your head up. Try not to drop the head too low. We'll do a little bit of ab work, and then we will come standing also. Careful with the lower back and doing ab work. Going to start by taking our fingers about to the below the chest. Our shoulders are down. Going to keep our knees and toes facing forward, and we're solid in the chair, not lifting our hips. And we're twisting to the right, and then we're going to pulse 3 times. 3, 2, 1. Make sure your abs are staying engaged. Going over to the other side, hold, and then pulse. 3, 2, 1. Back center. Working the obliques, you should feel it through here as you're twisting, and we're keeping everything facing forward except for our twist. Using the core to help us twist, not moving the hips, not lifting them off of the chair, and twist. 3, 2, 1, back center, over to your right and pulse. 3, 2, and 1. Coming back center, other side. 3, 2, 1. Check your abs. They're pulling in nice and tight. 3, 2, 1. Back center and pulse. 3, 2, 1. 2 more sets. 3, 2, 1. Hopefully you're feeling this by now. And other side. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to take our arms down. We're going to keep working on the abs. Fingertips can come behind or here at the chest. We're going to twist to your right and pick the right leg up, and it's a bit of a crunch. Come back and crunch. So it's elbow going towards your chest, chest going toward, your knee, elbow towards your knee, or here, again, do what works for your body. And it's a crunch. For me, lifting 1 foot at a time is so much easier on my lower back. I have a lot of issues, lower back, head and neck, degenerating spine. So I'm always taking options, but I can still get the same workout with my options. So crunch, 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 doing more than 8, more than 8. Remember, your option is here and reach. You're still crunching, and it's a slight twist. Keep breathing, keep moving. Doing more than 8 on the ab work. Exhale through your mouth, inhale through your nose. Just breathe. 2 more sets here. And then we're going front crunches. We were twisting and lifting here. We're going to take this upper ab and take it down towards. And if you want, you can lift both legs. I don't do that because of my back, but you are welcome to do that as long as it is not hurting. This is the same thing. I'm crunching, but I'm using one leg. You can take your hands down to the chest, to your waist, or back behind the ears. If you're back behind the ears with me, the elbows are not in, they're staying out and open. Belly still drawing in, keeping it engaged. Exhale. One more set, and then we're sitting up. Going to add in a little chair Pilates also, starting on your right side. Going to lift the knee. We're not crunching this time. We're still sitting up straight. And then other leg. We're pulling the knee up and sitting up straight. One hand on the inside of the leg, one hand on the outside. Up, up, up. Same thing that we do on the mat, on our back. This is the same thing. Your option is to stay really low here or pick the knee up a little bit, pick the foot up a little bit higher. Check in with yourself. Wish I could see you. I haven't met any of you yet. I'm anxious to do that. And one more set. Then bring the legs down. Our shoulders are down. A little more Pilates. We're going to extend the right leg. Careful you don't slide off of the chair. Going to lift the leg and turn the toe out. It makes a difference in the hip. And we're going to draw a circle. These are slow. Abs engaged. Try not to round your spine. I'm wanting to round here. I'm having to be very aware of my spine. And two more. Doesn't take long for the leg to get heavy. And let's change direction. Ooh, it's heavy. My leg is getting really heavy. You can bend the knee as an option. Three more. 3, 2, 1. Woo. Other leg. Toe turns out. You can stay low here, but try to lift if you can. Point with the toe, and it's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other direction. Halfway. 3, 2, 1. Let's take a nice deep breath. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Water if you need it. We are going to come behind the chair. You don't have to get out of the chair. You can always stay in the chair. So here we go. Make sure your weights are not in your way. You can set them in your chair in case you do want to use them. I'm going to move so I don't step on my water. Going to do a few lunges. Starting with your right leg back. I'm going to turn sideways. Your right leg is back. Your heel is up and going to bend your front knee. We're not leaning forward, we're dropping straight down. So it's 8, 7, 6. Watch your front foot. My toe is trying to turn in. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to pulse. Bend the back knee, and it's 3, 2, 1. Up. 3, 2, 1, and up. 3, 2, 1. You can let go of the chair if you want. Up. 3, 2, 1. Pull the abs in. Always pulling the abs in, working the abs, and protecting the lower back. 3, 2, 1. Up. 3, 2, 1. 2 more sets. 3, 2, 1. And last set. 3, 2, and 1. Step the back foot in. Nice deep breath. And we have to go to the other side. So it will be your right leg forward. I had to stop and think. And your left leg is back. Again, we drop straight down. And your heel is lifted. Let me find my balance. And then we're dropping down 8, 7, 6. Watch your form. 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to pulse. My foot is turning. So our feet are about hip distance apart. You're on your back toes, and we're pulsing. 3, 2, 1. Press up through this front heel. You'll feel it more. And down. 3, 2, 1. Pressing up through the front heel. 3, 2, and 1. Are you breathing? Make sure you're breathing. Stop for water if you need it. 3, 2, 1. I'm feeling this just like you are. Ooh, 3, 2, 1. How many more? 2 more. 3, 2, 1. And up. Last one. 3, 2, 1. Walk it out a little bit. And a nice deep breath. Whew. Now we're going to do a few squats. And I am turning sideways for this. First, your feet are, start with them underneath your hip, and then take them out a little bit wider. And we're going to bend the knees. Let me go over this for just a minute. Before we ever lean forward, bend the knees, start pushing the hips back. Push the hips back, and then we're up and down, up and down. The more you push your hips back, the more it's going to draw your knees back. We don't want our knees to come forward to pass the toes. Here we go. Start pushing your hips back. Your knees will bend, and then we're squatting down. Pressing up through the heels. Weight in the heels, but our toes are still down. Up and down. 2 more. I did a lot of examples, so we're doing 2 more. Let's take a breath in water if you need it. Staying in our squat stance, we're going to pulse. Come down and pulse. 3, 2, 1, and up. Remember, push your hips back. Keep the chest lifted. 3, 2, 1, up. 3, 2, 1, and standing up. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, and 1. 2 more. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath again. Lift the arms if you want to. Exhale through your mouth. Another deep breath. And exhale. Going to do a little standing Pilates. I'm going to turn my chair a little bit. Standing behind the chair, your feet are about the width of the chair legs or about your hip. Taking your right leg back. Not going to lean forward, keeping the chest lifted, the abs engaged, and our shoulders down. The heel is lifted. This is a small movement. We want to protect the lower back. So when we pull the abs in, it works like the airbag in our car. It's protecting the lower back. So we're lifting 8, 7. It's not a big movement. Working these glutes. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the toes down. Heel is still lifted. Lift impulse. 3, 2, 1. It's a very, very small movement. Want to feel it here in the glutes. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, and down. Soft bend in the knee on both legs, especially the standing knee. Don't want to lock the knee out. And 2 more. 3, 2, 1. Down and 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Going to the other leg. Take a breath. Step the foot back. The foot is flexed, and we're lifting 8, 7. Just up and down. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to lift and pulse. 3, 2, 1. You will feel it. We're not coming up very high because we're focusing on this muscle group. 3, 2, bring it down. 3, 2, 1, and down. 2 more, lost count, that's all right. 3, 2, and 1. Block it out a little bit. Take a nice deep breath. So we're going to be behind the chair again. A little more core work. Get this out of the way. All we're doing is standing up straight, keeping the abs in and the knee up. So this is working the abs and also the quadricep muscle. So up towards the back of the chair, up and down. Now we're adding in a crunch here, standing ab work. Remember, we're not releasing the abs. It's hard. It's easy for us to do that, and it's a crunch. Beautiful day today. Get outside if you can, in the yard. Exhale. Exhale, inhale. One more set. And facing forward. Going to do some more leg work. Step the right foot forward. So it's a lunge, stepping forward, change legs, and lunge. Just going back and forth. Hold on to the chair. Keep moving. You can do this in the chair. Up and down, up and down, and then change. Instead of alternating back and forth, you'll do about half of them, and then change sides. Back. Watch your front knee. Does not go past the toes. Moving a little faster, adds in a little cardio also. We need that also. Two more sets. And breathe. Last set. And relax. Let's come back to the chair and have a little bit of water. I need some water. Find mine. And see how you're feeling. Going to take the feet out, knees and toes facing in the same direction. Going to do some push-ups, seated push-ups. It's the same thing as if we were on the floor or up against the wall. Hands on the legs. Remember, we're not drawing up here. The shoulders are staying down. Coming forward, pressing up through the palms of your hands and press up. Here we go. 8 and 7. 6. Keep moving. 2 more. And all the way up. We're staying here though. We're coming halfway and we're pulsing. 3, 2, 1. Press into your hands so you're pressing up so you feel it come forward and pulse. 3, 2, 1. Elbows are out, pressing all the way up. We're pressing through the palm. Remember, so we feel it more. Pulse. 3, 2, 1. Inhale as you're sitting up. Exhale forward and pulse. 3, 2, 1. Feel it in your chest a little bit. Also in the back. Muscles in the back. Gotta work the back side also. Come forward. 3, 2, 1. And up. 2 more sets. Maybe feeling this in your arms by now. Press into the palms. Make sure you're pressing into your palms. Then we're sitting up, walking our feet in. We're going to do tricep push-ups now. Our elbows stay in. Come sideways. Come forward. Make sure you're pressing up, especially through the palm of your hand so you feel it more. Press up. If you're pressing into your hands, squeezing the upper arms, you will feel this more. Halfway, at 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming forward and pulse. 3, 2, 1. Woo! 3, 2, 1. I'm feeling it just like you are. And really feeling it in these tricep muscles. Keep the elbows in. Isolate that muscle group that we're working in. 3 more. 3. Pulsing up. 2. Pulse for 3, 2, 1. Notice I'm not rounding my back. I'm trying not to. Maybe I am. And sitting all the way up. Let's stretch that out a little by taking the arms out. Our thumbs are pointing up and turning them down and back. Thumbs are up, down and back. 2 more like that. Up and back. Up and back. And then bring the arms down. We're grabbing a hold of the weights again, whatever you're using. And we're sitting up straight. We're not leaning back. Pull the abs in again. We're reaching from side to side. You can take your opposite hand up or keep it down. This is easier on your lower back. If when you're reaching to your right, your left elbow is bent and your arm is coming up. Easier on your lower back. Up to you here, paying attention to your form and your lower back, drawing the abs in and keeping them engaged. And also breathing, all of that at the same time. You don't have to reach the floor. That's not what it's about. Working the obliques here, going back and forth. A lot of movement today, which is good for the body. We need it. And 2 more sets. And then we're sitting up. Just draw the shoulders back and down. Take the crown of the head up towards the ceiling and press the shoulders down where you feel it in the muscles in your back. We're going to keep those engaged for a moment while we're taking a deep breath. And then relax down. Let's go back into the legs a little bit more. Again, you can use the weight or not. I'll tell you what, let's go into the upper legs here. So go to scoot back where you can take your foot to the chair if you're using this type of chair. And your toes are up. Your foot is lifted off of the floor. You don't have to use weights here. And you're pressing without pulling forward with the chest or without bringing your hip forward. Move just the leg. Press it in and release, in and release. And you should feel this. You may feel this in your hip. If this bothers your hip, don't do this. And a lot of times we're moving the hip and moving with the hip. The hip is staying still. Press, press, and relax for a moment. Take the foot down. And a nice breath. Be surprised the work that you can get in a chair. Lifting the toes again. The heel is off of the floor. And we're pressing using the lower leg, not using the hip. And we're pressing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is working the hamstring. It's a simple move in the chair, but it really works. So the hamstring is the back of the upper leg. I'm going to turn sideways a little, slant. So foot to the back of the leg of the chair. Lift it up. The toes are staying lifted, and we're pressing into the leg. The rest of my body is not moving. I'm not moving the hip forward. If you're moving the hip forward, it might be painful in your hip. Just press into the chair. It's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When we're pressing into to the chair, it's engaging the thigh. That's where we're working the back of the thigh, the hamstring. So press, press, press. 4 more, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the other side. I didn't do a second set on that, I don't think. We're pressing 4, 8, 7, 6, 5. 3 more, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to relax that. Let's stretch it out a little. By stretching your right leg out, your toes are drawing back. Come forward with your chest without rounding our spine, and we're reaching out and over. Feels good on the lower back also. Nice lower back stretch. So we've done a lot, pretty much a full body workout. And then we're sitting up, drag the leg in, and just snug the knee up where it's comfortable here without rounding again. And do a little stretching, take a breath. And we're changing legs, stretching your left leg, coming forward again. Out and over is a deeper stretch. If you're feeling this in your lower back, support your upper body weight with your hands to your right leg. Keep drawing your toes in towards you for a deeper stretch. You should feel it in your calf muscle also. And we're sitting up, slide the leg in, lift the knee, or just lift your heel. Bring the foot down. Going to take the bottom of our feet together, toes facing forward, and bring the chest forward. Stretch through the glutes, the lower back. Keeping our head up above our heart though. And then we're sitting back up, feet flat on the floor. Going to pick the right knee up and draw a circle. Lubricate the hips after our workout. You can support the weight of your leg or not use your hand. Change legs. And both feet down. Going to stretch both legs out. Pressing your toes towards the floor. They don't have to touch. And then we're leaning back, hands behind, and lift the chest. Shoulders draw back. Opening the chest, stretching through the chest. You can lift the chin slightly. I'm going to look forward. And then we're sitting back up. Bring the feet in, and we're just going to round the spine and reach out. You can draw the hands together or keep them apart, but pressing the shoulders down, draw the belly in, stretching to the back. And then bring the arms down. Going to arch the back, stretch through the belly. We did a lot of ab work, a lot of core work. And take a breath. And then let's move in and out of our cat and cow to move the spine, stretch the muscles around the spine. Deep breaths here. And then we're sitting up straight. Take the feet out. Stretching the lower back again. Come forward with your chest. Also stretching through the hips. Your elbows can come to your legs. Or you can come a little bit deeper. Try not to drop the head below your heart. Like child's pose, but we're in the chair. Same stretch. And hands to our legs, pressing up. Walk your feet back in. Let's take a few deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Is it 55 minutes? Just some nice deep breaths. You don't have to go with the arms over the head. You can stop right here. Two more. Rolling our shoulders